the Aegis the Immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally,
Wait a second.
You may now select your hero.
Is this Avenge 1, Terrorblade 2? Because that's like nasty combo. You get missiled, you get spun on, that's a solid 3 seconds worth of chain stun. Does a ton of damage in your face already. Be able to make it though, it's definitely Wonder Boy. And we got the go from the Marcy on the Tusk. Tusk gets tossed out of position. Death Prophet doing her best to sustain herself, but Marcy just goes down, and Wonder Boy, he pressed ultimate, meaning he is committed to chasing there, and he just goes down. To help out, and Timbersaw realizes he has to back off, or does he though? Or was it only a bait, as now KNP gets turned on once again, has the Shadow Grave. So telling that, hey guys, okay, we may not have gotten a kill on the Terrorblade, but we did just cost him a lot of space. That's a good enough outcome sometimes, that you need to take that. If you're not able to accept stuff like that, if you're not able to accept, okay, we just prevented the carry from farming for 4 minutes, and that's worth for gank. Oh, Ponyo, lots of damage in his face. With the Marcy coming in, it will be a 1-for-1 though, and not a trade that Vengeful is too happy with. Dawnbreaker manages to walk to the void I'm missing here. Because yeah, with a Marcy and the Death Prophet, you definitely have some... Uh-oh. Venge almost goes down, manages to survive with a beautiful Dawnbreaker ultimate, instead turning it around. 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills for absolutely nothing. Ultimate. But you need absolutely a level 3 ability in order to hold your lane, in order to actually go for kills and stuff, just be a big beefcake. And we got another fight as W's. He just gets nuked down. Those Dazzle nukes, they really hurt, reactive armor or not. Vengeful Spirit on the bottom lane just got killed off by Mango Rose, who casually commits a one-man Chronosphere, knowing full well he has to be such a pain in the side of everyone. Dawnbreaker ultimate off the mark, but the damage will still be there to finish off the Timbersaw, as now instead Ayat gets turned on for the next one. Dispose will give him a little bit of time, but even with his ultimate movement speed, Marcy just gonna go down. Rip Ayat. And we got another fight breaking loose with a Hex starting out. Oh my god, Terrorblade so low. Nice save from the Vengeful Spirit. He's now looking for a Sunder. Not quite finding it. Down goes the Void though. Not finding the Chronosphere once again, and no Exorcism either. That was both of your big ultimates. Atlantis, they had such a solid plan. Dawnbreaker gone on with a Hex. Lion is gonna die for that. Couldn't even get out the finger in time, but there's a Dazzle, so Timbersaw has very little chances of getting any kind of a kill. Marcy trying to set up onto the Tusk with a Dispose, instead gets caught off guard with that Vengeful Spirit swap. In comes the Exorcism finally, but Death Prophet, she walked up the high ground and allowed herself to be baited into the nuke damage of 3 people, as now W's running for his life on the Timbersaw. But guess what? Spirit Vessel is there. Timbersaw ticking awfully low. Can they catch up on the side of UD? Timbersaw looks like he will be able to get out. He will live to tell the tale in this case, as everybody just kind of regroups and goes, hey, carries that you used to only find in the Chinese region. Way back, the Chinese region used to get such a bad rap. Okay, Ayat gone on, as we do have a fight breaking loose. And that will just be an insta-kill on the Marcy. Once again, Marcy may be a very powerful hero and super unbalanced, but if you get caught, there is nothing you can do to get out of there. Gotcha boy, he is gonna go down on the Tusk, as Vengeful still alive, but not much longer, and down goes Venge finally. Dazzle, guess who is committing to something? The Terrorblade, and what he's committing to is the Roche. And even with all of this dancing around the Roche pit going on, oh my god, Terrorblade, he takes the Aegis, he immediately dies. It's not quite a snatch, but it's almost as huge, as now Terrorblade goes down again, and down goes the Vengeful Spirit as well. Now they want a clean house, realizing, hey, we have to get some objectives out of this. We have to punish them for losing that Aegis. Death Prophet cleaning up yet another. The only one who's died from the side of Atlantis is the second tier 2, now getting pressured. with Timbersaw just taking the tower shots like they're nothing. This push is really easy, and now the fight is gonna get initiated. Tusk dropping low, Dawnbreaker ultimate comes on in. Everybody sidesteps the Dawnbreaker ultimate though, and Void slows up everyone with time dilation. Terrorblade disposed out of position. Nice swap from the Vengeful Spirit on point to save Terrorblade, at least briefly, as now Terrorblade gets right-clicked down by the Void on the backlines of the fight, and down goes Leaf as well. They are looking for more, and they will find it. That is gonna be another full team wipe. Vengeful, nice swap plus missile combo. Enough to set up for one kill at least. But after that, she is instantly gonna die. That's the first death only. Ayat once again went down on that Marcy. But that's gonna be the second death for the Vengeful Spirit coming in. And Tusk's BKB is just being ignored. That feels bad when you stand there with the BKB so that you are dependent on some sort of slow for your Spirit Siphon instead. Oh, this could be the final fight as a two-man magic missile gets bounced around a finger to try and get a kill, but a nice swap plus Grave means the kill won't happen just yet. But look at that, three-man Chronosphere, 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kills. Buybacks coming in, but only one buyback available on this Tusk. Down goes Dazzle, who also has a buyback. Exorcism is still doing so much work, and GG just gets called. Yeah, there is absolutely no way to fight into this. Timings, you kind of lose a lead like happened in the first game of the day here. Then,
Choose your hero.
oh, I just talked about why Vessuwan has W's. He's having the lane of his life, and KNP, all of that trading. Like I said, Death Prophet, a really easy, really good lane against the... I wish I did. Because he is scary. I think he's one of the highest potential carry players I've seen in a long, long while. Beastmaster. The last hit is gonna do it. Barely enough damage, but enough damage is enough damage. And with that Atlantis, 2-0. This bottom lane, they have just been trading non-stop. It's rare to see so much interactive gameplay out of a Faceless Void pick at all. On top as well, everybody is just fighting. Leave, he Shadow Graves himself, trying to get away from the Death Prophet, will not be able to do so, but that means Lone. But all things considered, LD is having a fair game. Invoker on the mid lane goes down to a beautiful rotation, and that level 1 Shadow Wave. If at this point Valve hasn't realized Shadow Wave is it's slightly too powerful at this point. Since it's also really hard to find the good Shadow Waves, of course. Mango Rose on the bottom lane is gonna go down to the Viper. And Ponyo Tick have the Void in a position where you can go on and where you can catch him. Void has been having a hard game, but so has this Lone Druid. We're gonna see if with his ultimate he can change that around, and yes he can. Thanks to a little bit of help from his bro Viper. Lone Druid gets himself
Tower is under attack. Dire's structures
Atlantis. Paying the Wind Wyvern's life for that push. Over on top lane, a Death Prophet is being dived for. Beastmaster will find her. Has a roar ready if need be, but wants to save that in case there's anyone trying to back her up. And indeed they are trying to back up the Death Prophet, going onto TNT's Viper. But with what? With only an Invoker. Wonder Boy running for his life. In comes the Wind Wyvern, but too little too late. Avalanche tosses there. Invoker is just dead. 5k gold lead now, as the tier 3s are gonna crumble. You just need to create the opening, and this smoke is gonna be the attempt of that. The smoke into a smoke of Atlantis' side means the engage is not quite gonna be as clean as they wanted to, but with Lone Druid being fed, Death Prophet still gonna melt the Chronosphere on the mark, but not enough damage to kill anyone, and instead there is another huge Shadow Wave. And now down goes Wonder Boy as well. full team wipe for nothing. And this is what happens if, well, Beastmaster. Here comes the mid push, and here comes the Marcy being tossed out of position, feared up. Ayat able to turn around, and with the Winter's Curse, Mr. Gacha Boy almost dead. Shadowgrave is gonna buy him some time, and Tiny gets out the toss, gets out an avalanche. Still alive. Sunstrike just barely off the mark, as instead W's goes on down. Down goes Ponyo's Winter Wyvern as well. And look at the creep army. 17 minutes into the game. They tier 3, what? Since when are we noobs? And look at this damage. The Viper arm reduction is so sick. The Desolator, everything. And by the time Atlantis realized, hey guys, we cannot hold against this push. This is just too much push from the side of Atlantis, from the side of UDV. It's already over at Atlantis. They get the last second here. The teams. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. You know who I'm rooting for now. You know who I have to be rooting for now. This Drow pick, it's so... And it looks like we have a bit of a brawl going on. Ponyo, he is gonna die as Ayat tries to strike him down in time. No deny on in a tournament game and not just be punished for it. Maybe as I say that Leaf could be in a lot of trouble, but there is a nice two-man Gale, and with the Bloodseeker, look at them turning it around. Body blocking the Slaughter in to make sure Bloodseeker can get the kill, and Deny did put a level 2 point into Gust. Smart move. Storm Spirit trying to get a kill on TA and will just destroy Wonder Boy. Holy crap. Gacha Boy proving he's the superior one of the boys is now Venomancer as well. Gets struck down. Well, toss back. Making sure that nobody's gonna die just yet. And Leaf getting torn to shreds once again. The Venomancer, he may be a strong hero, but he is super squishy, so you can definitely punish this lane for having to.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And KNP, considering the lane, it's amazing that he hasn't died a single time and has gotten so much farm. Meanwhile, Drow just taken off the timing. Slowly but surely, TA is catching up more and more. She also snowballs a little bit earlier than Storm Spirit. Dazzle once again. At this point, they're just making it look easy. Avalanche, toss, spin. That's all you need. Dispose TNT under the tower, rebound to allow the Drow to continue to chase. Tiny, he goes down dog. Drow Ranger as well. With that one kill she picked up for herself. Mango Rose can now, you know, go really ham. Go and find himself some much needed farm. Leaf goes down once again. This time around to Weather Wonder Boy. Venomancer dropping low. Marcy, she can tank a bit of damage at this stage of the game. Templar Assassins can't though, and TA is the kill that they were after. Gonna get the TA kill. Marcy managed to at least get a turnaround onto the Venomancer, but Ayat is gonna die for that. I think Ayat here really likes this Marcy hero. But even once again, it is all about that crossbow wielding chick sitting in the woods. Red Riding Hood needs some time to get lost. 3-man huge ultimate from the Venomancer. Is it gonna be enough to turn things around? It looks like it as Ponyo gets tossed in without getting any spells out. Ayat also way too low health to fight this, and that's gonna be 3 for nothing here. Double kill for Leaf, a well-deserved one. This beautiful ultimate here.
What have we here?
If you just get a single good core kill with the Drow Ranger, speaking of core kills, Tiny. He is dropping low. TNT still fine as Slaughter instead gets stunned up, and oh my god. Atlantis, they once again take a fight that looks good. Storm now opting for Kaya to just get the maximum stats you can get the maximum mana pool you can for those huge ball lightnings, and Tiny gets caught, gets disposed, the arrows come in, And look at the damage Bro does with just a little bit of armor reduction being stacked on one enemy. To contest that instead.
Is under attack.
They are now gonna face the pressure. Mind you, Bloodseeker is firing while all of this is happening. However, Stone Spirit loses Aegis instantly. Nice Solar Guardian means the fight's still going. But Dawnbreaker in a lot of trouble as Drow is in position to dish out tons and tons and tons of damage. Ponyo goes down. That's a good start to the fight, meaning WS will now drop next without being great. But look at Drow Ranger getting himself a triple kill from the backlines there. TNT drops low for that. Does he mind though? Nope, I do not think he does, as they are able to turn onto Ayat, and nobody from Atlantis' side is really able to counter it. I mean, how do you come to Drow and all of that one recovery kill? Getting one recovery kill before hitting the jungle is so important in the situation this Drow was in. Now TA gets knocked down, gets graved up, is ticking, low health. Teleport out, and teleport out will not happen. Venomance, he even pressed the ultimate to make 100% sure she was absolutely freaking dead. TNT tosses back Manga Rose, and Manga Rose, that's the hero you cannot afford to lose. Bro gets dropped down. Not even a return. DV seems that they're immediately turning their eyes onto the bot lane, where even the tier 1 is still standing. So as if 4k gold aren't enough of lead, there's lots of tower gold to be had on this map still. Dawnbreaker, look at the shots he's taking from the Drow. RDP still trying to tank this, but there it is. That's the position 3 being caught, and the Drow Ranger getting himself more fat, good damage output.
Radiant are scanning.
But yeah, the longer that time frame, the higher the chance that UD will take this, meaning Atlantis. They have to not only bring online their Drow, they have to also shut down the Drow counters. The latter part may be a lot more difficult, though TNT already incredibly low health. Nice Solar Guardian though, turning things around, not enough to save the tiny TA. About to drop, Slardar will be first. Marcy manages to get out, and Bloodseeker realizes, yeah, I cannot fight into this Drow Ranger. You know who can though? Guess what? It's the Dawnbreak. Surprise, surprise. Ayat, he takes out to the Venomancer combo. And to make matters worse, Ponyo goes down. Drow gets caught. Avalanche toss and still alive. Mango Rose turns around with a ton of lifesteal. Shadowgrave is there. Mango Rose surviving through it all. He is face tanking on this Drow, and Drow Ranger finally gets finished with a hammer, but at the cost of 3 heroes. Storm goes down, and did I say 3 heroes? You're dead meat, sir. You may be able to run away from the creep waves to create a little bit of space, but that's all you're able to do. I did warn you, this Drow hero is still scary. It had a hard time coming online, but just as I say, hey Mango Rose, he is about to be up. Whoever wins the next fight could turn that into a game win via an Aegis. Venomancer, his armor gets melted, and afterwards he does. Ponyo will go down for that once again. The Dazzle, it is the target you want to focus fire. Buyback on the Venomancer. And look at that, Templar Assassin, she jumps in, gets herself a double kill. Beautifully done. TNT on the run together with his pal, the Bloodseeker. Guess what? Bloodseeker, he is not the highest armor hero, even for an agility core. And goes down. Marcy, nice dodge, nice dispose. Hitting the tiny. Templar Assassin gets saved with a Shadowgrave, getting bashed on by 3 people all at once, and Bloodseeker's damage is enough as the rest of Atlantis, they just say okay. Marcy trying to find the initiation. Dispose is there, as is the Unleash. Dazzle manages to once again get that last second grave in. Ayat, man, fighting up against 3. And he's just gonna die for that. Atlantis, I'm not sure what's up with them, but their initiations have not been working out anymore. Now that Mango Rose finally gets himself in a position he wants to be in again, he will get himself another kill. Storm Spirit went on the Drow to reduce their damage by a ton. but they have just been needing to find Mango Rose, that spot on a hill where he can hit down at everybody. No high ground disadvantage, faster than
Tower is under attack.
pretty much any other lane of Rags we've seen. W's. Was about to go down, but look at what he's doing to this Bloodseeker. Tiny goes on down as well. Tip onto W's on this Slardar as... yeah, what he wanted to buy was that Moon Shard. And the stunlock he just delivered shows you guys why. GG is called, and
Radiant's middle barracks are under
tomorrow
attack. Dire victory.
it is gonna be...
Right.